If you're a Syro-Malabar, going to a Latin Mass is completely Catholic, but that does not mean that your own church is interchangeable with the Latin Church. This is something I think a lot of us in this diaspora have lost. We grow up surrounded by Latin Catholic parishes, so eventually Catholic starts to mean Latin by default. And then the Syro-Malabar Church becomes something we occasionally visit for Malayalam, family, or cultural events. But canonically and spiritually, if you are a Syro-Malabar, that is your church. The church explicitly teaches that the Eastern Catholics have the right and duty to preserve and live their own right and patrimony, even when they live outside their traditional homeland. At the same time, we are completely free to practice in the liturgy of another Catholic church. So this is not me saying never go to Latin Mass. I go to Latin Mass too. The Latin Church is fully Catholic and has an incredible tradition of their own. But if an entire generation of Syro-Malabar Catholics grow up attending exclusively Latin parishes, being formed exclusively through Latin spirituality, and knowing almost nothing about their own Kurbana, theology, fasting, calendar, Syriac heritage, or Marthoma Margam, eventually our church disappears in practice, even if our baptismal records still say Syro-Malabar. That is why I think, where it is reasonably possible, Syro-Malabar Catholics should actually practice in the life of their own church, not because the Latin Mass is bad, but because your own inheritance deserves to be lived. And I would say the exact same thing to a Byzantine Catholic, a Maronite, a Coptic Catholic, or a Latin Catholic. Know your church. Live your tradition. Hand it on. Catholic unity does not mean everyone becoming the same.